Okay, I'm going to go through a procedure on filling up the loader, Manitou. This is strictly to be done by supervisor or someone in charge who has to be ticked off on this job. It's really important that unleaded fuel doesn't go in it because it's run on diesel. Alrighty, so the first thing I'm going to do is it gets filled up in the back here and we sit a drum up on this spot here. And because this is not dead flat, I'm going to start the machine just to bring the arm up on the machine to make this dead flat. So I'm just going to go in. I've just put the key in the machine. Okay, the supervisor knows how to lift up the arm. I've lifted it up so it's flat. It makes it much easier for the drum to sit on. And I've turned the machine off. Right, the next step is we carry a little sack or a bit of rag here near the tank. I'm going to sit that up there. She's a new machine. We want to keep the paint job quite good. Sits it flat. The fuel fills right here. Okay, it's not locked. Alrighty, we're going to put that on there. I'm going to take the cap off. It says diesel. It says diesel twice. Diesel, diesel. Alrighty, I'm going to pick a full drum here of diesel, 20 kilos, so it's not light. Okay, then I'm going to sit that nice and level up on there, sits there on its own. I'm going to undo the cap and I'm going to sit the cap next to the other cap. Then I get what we call a jiggler hose. The jiggler hose is hanging up right here at our fuel station. We don't carry enough machinery to have a filling station. So this jiggler hose, it hangs up for a reason because it's kept clean. I'm inspecting the end, it's really clean. This end's really clean. As soon as we finish with it, we hang it. Never touches the ground. Alrighty, this brass end, for jiggler hose, if you haven't seen one, is we jiggle it up and down and it's got a little ball in it that helps the fuel siphon around. So when we run through this, if someone's going to be ticked off on it, they will be run through it personally, but this is to show. Okay, we put the jiggler hose in the fuel, and then with our left hand, or whatever hand you're using, we hold that in the fuel tank so it doesn't move, and then with the right hand, or if you're left-handed, your left hand, we jiggle up and down, and as you can see, the fuel has moved down. Give it another jiggle, and then you can see the bubble heading down. Now we're filling. When the jiggler is on the bottom, it doesn't siphon as quickly. So we just come up off the bottom by a couple of mils. You can hear the little ball inside and the fuel rate speed up. So I've just pulled it off the bottom by a fraction. I've got it right down in the lowest corner. And now we're filling. We're going to put 20 litres in this tank. It's clean. We're under the shed, no rain. And we keep our hygiene right up. I haven't got anything in my hands, and nor I will. So that's how we fill the Manitou. Okay, now we've just got down to the end of the tank and you hear it sucking. I'm just going to wait for a second. Really important so I don't get fuel and everything, is I very carefully lift, because I've got fuel still in the end of this end of the hose, because it's blocked by the little ball. I'm just going to lift it out of the tank without spilling on anything. And I'm going to lift the tank up, lift the hose up, sorry, and drain what fuel I've got into the tank. I cannot see one drop I've got here, or maybe one. So I've done that quite well. That tank is not far from full, so I'm happy with that. I'm not going to start a new drum. Just drop that off, get that out over the concrete. There's going to be a few drips. First thing I do, keep it clean, is to hang it back up where she lives. And she lives right here over this hanger here. And I'm fine with it just dripping away. There's a couple of drips going to come out. Alrighty, my next procedure, first thing, most important, let's put the diesel cap back on, clockwise, put it on reasonably firm. Cap for this drum, just a couple of turns, not too many. Drum is empty, going down this end with the empty drums. And I'm going to shut the cage, that just shuts with my rag. Wipe off any drips, and that machine is now full, ready to go. Okay, now we've shut the back and the fuel and everything's put away properly. The last thing we'll do is just lower the bucket back down again. So we start the machine, Key on. And as you know how, we just lower the bucket back to the ground. Okay, machine off.